Hello and welcome back to Culinary Haven. This week we've been busy preparing for the Christmas season. And because of that, we're bringing you an emergency apple cake. It's perfect for unexpected guests or unexpected cravings. Let's get started. To prepare the cake, we'll need 4 apples, any apples you like, 4 large eggs, 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and the zest and juice of half a lemon. And now we're going to peel, core, and slice the apples. And now that the apples are ready, and we'll prepare the baking tray, which we need to lightly butter and sprinkle with either semolina or breadcrumbs or just flour. I prefer using a semolina because it gives a very nice crunch around the edges and makes it easier to lift the cake off the tin when it's ready. Just going to use the semolina and just sprinkle it all over your baking tray. It will help a lot to get the cake out when it's ready. For this tin, it will be 3 rows and just overlapping each other. You can also use a disposable tin foil tray for this recipe. Doesn't have to be perfect. The taste will be. And that's how it looks. And now we'll prepare the batter. First I'll whisk the eggs with the sugar and vanilla. The sugar and the vanilla, 1 teaspoon. I'm going to use the handheld electric whisk, but you can also do it using this. And we'll whisk it until the eggs are pale and frothy. And now with the flour, I'm going to, whoops, I'm just going to sift the flour, adding the salt and the baking soda into the mixture, and before we fold that in, we're going to add the lemon. Just squeeze the juice. Oops, there's some pips in there. Pour it in, and then the zest. And now we're going to fold in the flour, and we'll be doing it very gently so we don't deflate the eggs. Just doing this motion. And before they pour the batter over the apples, we'll sprinkle cinnamon on top of the apples. I actually prefer doing that rather than adding that cinnamon into the batter. I said half a teaspoon, but it might take even less, just a very subtle hint of cinnamon. And now we're going to pour the batter all over the apples. Like this. The less you mix the batter, the better the cake. And now we're going to put this in the oven, preheated to 180 degrees Celsius for 35 to 40 minutes until it's all golden brown. The cake is ready now, and I've unmolded it onto this wire rack, and all that's left to do is just to give it a little dusting with icing sugar. Just gently. The sifter is unpredictable. It's alright. And now I'm just going to take a little slice. Oops. Thank you for watching this episode of Culinary Haven, and our next few episodes will be dedicated to Christmas baking, so stay tuned for that.